My name is Phillippe Chao, and I am the grateful recipient of a 2022 RCAA Black grant. Awarded during my first year as the assistant professor of viola here at Tech, this funding has jump-started my time here, allowing me the opportunity to engage in impactful and meaningful research. Specifically, this project enables me to identify, introduce, and promote the music of the American composer Adolphus Hailstork, centered on the viola, to both the general public and the viola community in particular. Hailstork is one of the most renowned living American composers who was also a student of the legendary Nadia Boulanger. Among the major orchestras that he has received commissions and performances from are those of Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, New York, and Los Angeles. On my way to relocating to Lubbock, I drove from Washington, D.C. through Montgomery, Alabama. Spending a day in that city for the first time immersed me in a part of American history that I'd been largely undereducated about. And it planted the seed in my thoughts and heart that would find its voice when the opportunity to apply for this grant arose. This multi-pronged project includes the commissioning of a new work for solo viola from Adolphus Hailstork, identifying and researching scores that have, to my knowledge, been largely overlooked by the viola community, identifying and researching scores, including this commission, that have not been published, and mainly recording an album of Hailstork's complete viola works, many for the first time. The funding for this project supports my research in so many ways. I have acquired an entirely new recital program, both varied and engaging. I'm learning how to create a commercial recording, from financials to logistics to artistic and instrumental matters. I'm introducing new and significant works into the viola canon, both pedagogically and performance-oriented. I have made many new connections across varied industries: recording engineers, producers, recording venues, record companies, performance opportunities, and teaching opportunities. I'm honoring my fellow violists, as many of these pieces were written for my friends and colleagues. I have leveraged connections, made my case, and signed a recording deal with Naxos. I've reestablished my connection with one of our major contemporary composers in Hailstork, whom I met and worked with at the beginning of my professional career almost 30 years ago. And finally, I entered into a partnership with the Sewanee Summer Music Festival for further work in the shape of a second volume to cover the remainder of Hailstork's complete works for viola. My next steps include researching new scores, submitting the masters and recording information to Naxos, and preparing to record that second volume, which will include working with a chamber orchestra and an organ, and a duet that was written for our wedding. To give you a brief range or a brief idea of the range and scope of Hailstork's music, I offer you samples of 3 works which will be included in this first volume. From a recital at Howard University, Hailstork's alma mater, with the renowned pianist Robert Koenig, the fiendishly difficult and angsty, and maybe never played, and 2 short clips from the passionate, melodic, and tonal 4 lyric pieces, which have not been published yet. And finally, from a different recital, the intense and defiant statement from the commissioned work, Rosa Parks. Thank you again for this opportunity to share this treasure of contemporary American creativity with the world. I am filled with gratitude.